Paul Horton's fine recent form continued as he made an unbeaten 150 as Lancashire closed in on their promotion by batting themselves into a very strong position on the second day of their LV County Championship match with Leicestershire at the Emirates Old Trafford. Rain had meant that only 21 overs were possible on day one, on which the home side eased to 92 without loss, and following another delayed start, Horton was soon at his 50, having resumed his innings on 42. He'd needed 73 balls for that. Horton followed that up with 3 successive fours off Nathan Buck, while Lewis Rees pulled Ollie Freckingham for a 6 as he closed in on his 7th consecutive championship half-century. That remarkable record was achieved off his 117th delivery, from which he'd struck that 6 and 4 fours. What a find he's been for Peter Moores and the county, who now know that a win here will confirm their promotion after Essex dropped points in Canterbury. Rees then equalled a county championship record for the most 50s in a row without reaching 3 figures when he edged a drive off Freckingham to slip. Rees matched an achievement by William Burns, who did the same for Worcestershire back in 1906. His wicket brought an end to an opening partnership of 137 with Horton, while Ashwell Prince nicked Ben Rain to Michael Thornley 26 runs later. That brought together Simon Katic and Horton, and they soon put those 2 wickets behind them. Katic would love to earn that promotion before he heads off to play in the T20 Champions League with the Perth Scorchers at the end of this contest. The Australian appeared to be in a hurry while Horton pushed on towards his 100. He's been making every innings count since returning from a nasty finger injury, which kept him out for a while earlier on in the season. Lancashire went through a whole host of replacements at the top of their order before settling on him and Rees, and they've hardly looked back since. These 2 batsmen were beginning to make mincemeat out of this young Leicestershire attack, especially Katic, who continued his wonderful season with Lancashire, making it to his latest 50, his 10th in 16 championship innings this summer, 4 of which have been converted into hundreds. He got there at good speed off 54 balls too, that being his 9th 4. He added another one in the same buck over, but he then edged James Sykes to Greg Smith, who took a stunning catch at slip. Katic was gone for 56 after adding 73 runs with Horton. The opener had been outclassed for a while by the experienced Aussie, but it was Horton who made it to 3 figures for the 2nd innings in a row. His 16th 4 took him to 99, and then off his next ball, his 193rd, he picked up the single he required. It had been another excellent knock from a man who must have wondered where his career was heading when he was on the sidelines. He became the first Lancashire captain to score a century since Stuart Law did it against Sussex back in 2008. And the 30-year-old was not about to stop there. Now well and truly set, he wanted to use his extra responsibility as skipper in this match to bat his side into an unassailable position, to put yet more pressure on a Leicestershire team which is having a horrible run at the moment. Things weren't getting much better for them here either. Horton started to create another partnership with Andrea Agathangalou, who was close to being run out after some smart work close in, while Horton nearly fed the slips a catch off a very rare fault shot. You see, it wasn't all plain sailing for the batsman, as Agathangalou discovered when he nearly lost a couple of teeth. But moments such as that were few and far between, as Lancashire really dominated, none more so than Horton, who made it to his 150 before the day's end. He spent only 1 over in the 140s and got to his mark with his 22nd 4 from his 260th delivery. It appeared that he could go on batting for a very long time. He and Agathangalou were really going all out for their shots by the end of the day as they tried to make up for lost time. Indeed, with overs missing on this day too, a whole day has now been lost to the weather already. After a slow start, Agathangalou was just looking good when he nicked Sykes behind on 46 after putting on 107 more runs with Horton. Light then took the players off with Lancashire on 344 for 4 from 97 overs, giving them plenty of time to collect their maximum tally of batting bonus points in this game. They will look to do that on the third morning, which will begin with Horton still there on 150.